welcome back to Polymer Clay TV. I'm Elisa, and today we are going to be making a sugar skull. And they're really easy to make, especially if you have one of our new molds, which we just got into the shop. They're really detailed and really easy to use, but you can certainly sculpt your own. But I'm going to give you some ideas of different tools that will give you a different look and whatnot. So I have the rose gold clay that I've already rolled out, and that's what I make the crown with here. Of course, I have the mold, I have some pan pastels, and then I have some of our border cutters. These are from two different sets, I think, but this one always has looked like, you know, flames coming out of a fire, so I like to use that as flames. And then this one is if you want like a more decorative, funky look. You know, they come with 4 in a set, so you know you have a lot to choose from. And then I have the metal tools, and I'm using this one to enhance the crown. And then I have these little flower cutters. I have an X-Acto knife. I have a paintbrush, knitting needle, normal tools, you know, that you would need, a blade and a roller. So let me move all this aside and let's get started. So let's start with molding the skull. And this is a sugar skull, and they're really fun and decorative. That's a way that they honor the dead in the Mexican tradition. But you know, it's also Halloween, so that's coming up, and you know, people use sugar skulls then as well. So you know, it's just up to your personal preference. And so I'm just, you know, I've conditioned some clay, and this is, I believe it's black pearl, or I'll tell you in a second. But I just am shaving off any extras here so that I can get a nice flush back to my skull here, into my mold. So, as you can see, that looks pretty good. I can give it a roll over to make sure it's nice and flat, and then with the silicone mold you can just pull it right out and you have nicely detailed. Isn't that neat? Love that. So the one I made earlier is purple, so I thought it would be fun to try a different color, and we can compare. So then I have the rose gold clay, and I've got a border cutter here. Let's move this aside. The thing is with this, you can go as crazy as you want, adding and you know, making it really unique. You know, it's totally up to you how colorful you want it and how, you know, funky you want it. And so here I just need a little piece right here. Let me cut this off. Just need a little piece because you're only going to be making a crown with this. And so here's that. I cut it out now. If it needs a little cleaning up, I use my knitting needle to help clean it up. And usually anytime you use a cookie cutter, you do need to do a little cleanup. It's just the way it is. And it's just as easy as going around with your knitting needle or your finger or a toothpick and just getting into those crevices like so. Okay, so we're only going to do a little bit because it's not that big. I won't need all this. So let me just kind of line it up, and then I'll cut off what I need. So let's see. I think I want to capture like enough of it, you know. So I think I'm going to go right there and cut this part off here. And I don't need it to be as wide as it is, so I'm going to trim it there. And so you just need a little piece, like I said, nothing much, and you might want to even it out. Doing it upside down is a little hard, but you get the gist of it. Okay, and so then I just place it on the back end, and then I just kind of pulled it around so that it created a little crown for the skull. And just worked it with my fingers until I liked it, you know, and if there was any that I wasn't thrilled with, then I cut it off. So you're not stuck by what you have on the cookie cutter. If you don't like something, then you can remove it. You can tell I've been working with little fibers. They're ending up in everything I'm making here, guys. Sorry. Alright, so that's that. And so then I came back with the metal tool, and I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of just like a dash, And I thought it would really enhance the look of it to give it like a, you know, a fiery look. And then I just kind of went and put it on each of these flames. And if you have problems with it sticking, just put a little water on the clay, but make sure to dry your metal cutters. You don't want to leave those wet. You know what? I don't think I like this piece. I'm going to cut that extra off right there. It was annoying me. There you go. That looks better. So now we're ready just to decorate it. And you just do that with whatever you have around, whatever you want to do. It can be powdered pigments. It can be pan pastels. It could be ink. It could be alcohol ink. You know, whatever you want to do. That's the thing. Once you figure out what you want to make, you can decorate it any way you want. I did use the cookie cutters like this, and let me just cut out a few here so we can play with them. Actually, that one's a little, no, I think that's the size I used. Let me see. We'll just do 3. Actually, these are a little bigger, that's for sure. You could even make eyeballs that were little flowers. That would be cute. But on the other one I did, I just added little flowers and like that. Let me see if you can see those. See, yeah, that's a little bit bigger than I probably want, but I don't see my cutter here. That's the smaller than this. But there is, oh hey, wait a second. I take that back. Here it is. Let me do that. Set those aside. Yeah, I think I'm going to go smaller for sure. Those were a little too big. And these plungers are great because they don't, you know, leave marks when you pull it out. See, this is much better. So proportion is always, you know, an issue too when you're designing something, because that was way too big. Now, you could come back with the end of a brush and add a little poker like that in the middle. You could even add a little texture to the edges here if you want, like little dots to jazz it up. I mean, that's the thing. It's just about making it your own and trying things that you might like. I certainly have thought about putting little crystals right in the middle. That would be adorable. And you know, nothing is so hard to do. It's just a matter of playing with it and decorating it the way you like. So let's do that, a little bit of decorating here. I wanted to make it look like flames, so I'm going to go with the little pinky, reddy, copper colors, you know, for the flame. And, you know, maybe a little on the tip of my flowers. And the nose, I don't know how great that'll show up that way. Let me see. Maybe that'll work there. I think I'm going to do a lot of copper. I like the look of the copper on this. You know, maybe a little on the tips here to indicate it's a more fiery thing. And in fact, I think I'm going to do the eyeballs like that too. The eyes. I want it to stand out and be fun. You know, obviously you wouldn't be working upside down, so you can have a better control, but for the most part, these pan pastels are really, really easy to control. And you can just use your fingers or an applicator and just have fun with it. And so that's all there really is to it, you know. It's just make it your own, and you can add, once you make your skull, your sugar skull, and add to it and color it, you can add it to a bottle, you could add it to a box, you can add it to a vase. Really, the sky is the limit. You could turn it into jewelry as a pendant, and just, you know, use your imagination to come up with, you know, unique ways to use it. I was also thinking that it would be fun to add flowers going all the way down the side. You know, we had a launch this week for Polymer Clay Adventure 2017, and it was a crazy week, so I didn't get to finish anything this week, but I wanted to show you this because I got so excited to see these new molds, and we're getting close to Halloween, so I wanted you guys to know about them. So have fun with it, and I will play around a little more and want to have something fun to share. I will come over to polymerclaytribe.com and share it in the retreat. I mean, in the group there, And I will share it on the blog so you can see what this ended up looking at like. And if you want to visit the blog, that's at polymerclaytv.com. Our shop is at createalong.com. And we just opened up, like I said, the Polymer Clay Adventure Retreat for 2017 signups. And if you sign up by October 7th, 2016, you'll be entered to win 50 bars of clay and a $50 gift card to our Create Along shop. So if you're interested in joining the retreat, it has 24 teachers teaching different classes, plus a Q&A, and we do live events and giveaways, and it's just a really, really, really fun thing, and we have a private group on Facebook this year too. So if you're thinking about joining up, check out polymerclayadventure.com, and we'd love to see what you guys make. If you make anything, come on over to Polymer Clay Tribe and share it. I'll see you next time.